Who the hell can wait till morning? Talk now at latenightsportsradio.com.
'87 Sports Fans live on Late Night Sports Radio. Keith Grieve and Steve Taylor taking you through the second segment of the program. A reminder that this part of the program is brought to you by CG Imaging at cg-imaging.com. CG Imaging, virtually creating reality. And also brought to you by The Lockbox by Stephen Taylor, a thrilling spy novel available for digital download and paperback orders through Amazon.com and BarnesandNoble.com. That's The Lockbox by Stephen Taylor.
And for $10, it makes the perfect stocking stuffer, folks. Get out there for Christmas and get them the book.
I really want to.
That wasn't too shameless, was it?
No. That's fantastic. That's what this forum is for, really.
That's right.
All right. Talk sports as they happen, folks. Let's look around the NBA scoreboard, since that's what we're talking about, folks. Spurs and Clippers just tipped off. The Cavaliers beat the Pelicans 118-111. LeBron James with a triple-double. The Indiana Pacers beat the Utah Jazz 97-86. Roy Hibbert with 29. And the Atlanta Hawks beat the New York Knicks. The Knicks losing their fifth straight, 91-85. The Chicago Bulls over the Detroit Pistons, 102-91. Derrick Rose returns, scores 24. Pau Gasol with 15 rebounds in that game. So, we talked about the Eastern Conference in the first section of the program, and now we shift our attention over to the Western Conference, and the elephant in the room that nobody really wants to talk about, but everyone can't stop talking about it, is how bad the LA Lakers are. We don't need to go into it anymore here. They're bad. Everybody knows they're giving up 112 points per game. Enough said. That's just ridiculous. But is there any team that's surprising you so far? Because I got to tell you, Memphis being 6-1 is surprising the crap out of me.
That's surprising me, but I think more than anything, the Pelicans. I know they're only 3-3. But they are showing me more potential, and I did not give them enough credit in our NBA preview show. And you look at somebody like Anthony Davis, who was 27 points, 14 rebounds tonight. But the big thing that surprises me as a young player playing against a major franchise like Cleveland with all the hoopla going on with them, he had 0 turnovers. Like, that to me is, I mean, he is going to be just a pure superstar in this league, and the team in general is really surprising me. You know, they might not really cause any havoc this year, but I think in the next couple seasons, they're definitely going to once again make the Western Conference even stronger.
You look at how are they off to such a good start, and again, the record doesn't really say it, but they're playing well. They're third in rebounds and they're sixth in defense in points allowed. Yeah. If you can do those things pretty good, you can get by on a young team. You know, they're still struggling with shooting the ball. You know, the basics. They're 27th in that. They're only shooting 42% as a team, 28% from behind the arc. This is a team with issues. But they rank first in turnovers too, so they're doing the little things right.
And if you really look at things, I know Lakers have 5 losses, but you look at the win column, they're only 1 win off from the San Antonio Spurs and the Oklahoma City Thunder. So you really think about that. And Oklahoma City's got 5 losses also. Mind you, they are riddled with injuries, like horribly bad, but the Lakers are getting all this crap, but they're also an injured team that are being led by, an aging superstar who still has, a little bit of a jump to his step, but he's nowhere near the player he used to be. So you kind of put that in perspective, like you were saying, with it's kind of early. I know it took them forever to get their first win, but there are some other teams that are struggling just as bad as they are, that are not getting as much notoriety.
The Lakers are being talked about because they are the Lakers. It's and they do have Kobe Bryant, but Kobe's played fantastic. He hasn't shown.
Oh, he absolutely has.
You wouldn't know that he was injured, really. I really hate the injury to Julius Randle. I really, it's just so unfortunate. No, they weren't going to win a title this year, but it was so unfortunate that he's got to miss a year of development. But on the upside, if you're looking to compare apples to apples, James Worthy had the same injury his rookie year. So the book is not closed by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
It's
between that and to me the fact that a player that I respected, Steve Nash, he could do the right thing. He had plenty of money. He could do the right thing, retire, give back the rest of the money that he's not going to earn a dime for this season, and he'll probably retire at the end of this year. That, I think, is also a major issue.
Yeah.
And I'm really bothered by that.
If I asked you who was leading the, how I like my metrics.
Of course you do.
So win shares per 48 minutes. Okay. If I asked you who was leading the team in win shares per 48 minutes, who would you guess?
What, the Lakers?
Yeah, just the Lakers team.
Jeremy Lin. I don't know.
No, I know. But you know what? He's fourth. Ed Davis is first.
Ed
Davis.
Then
Jordan Hill. Kobe Bryant is eighth.
Wow.
So and he's also got a 38% usage percent. So Kobe, the ball's going through Kobe's hands, which we all knew. But you look at it. Jeremy Lin has a 22% turnover rate. That's not going to get it done. It's especially from a point guard. I really intrigued by Jordan Clarkson, the rookie point guard. I really want to see a lot out of him this year. A lot of time.
But and you gotta
capable or not.
Kind of what you said about like the Knicks and some of the other teams. Once again, you have a team that has brand new coach, brand new system, mainly new players, and a superstar that's missed pretty much 2 full seasons trying to get himself back into the league. So with them too, I think they just need some time. I mean, in a month from now, if they're still this bad, then I think that, they warrant all the concern and whatnot. But I still think it's a work in progress. I'm not completely lost on it. I believe the Lakers still are going to, like I said, they're not going to do anything major. They're not going to win any playoff rounds or whatnot. But I still think they could potentially be a 500 team.
Yeah, I don't know. They got to figure out how to play defense. I mean, you're not going to win anything giving up 112 a game. It's that simple.
Well, yeah.
You want to talk about whether Kobe's scoring too much or not passing enough, or whether everybody else needs to step up and score. Everybody needs to step up and play defense. You're not going to win unless you can play better defense than that. It's just that simple.
That's true.
112 a game? Are you kidding me? Our old rec league team could go there and give up 112 a game.
Oh my God, Felton!
I'm telling you. Anyway, so again, you want to talk about how meaningless November is? The Spurs are 2-3. Anybody going to try to look me in the face and tell me they're going to be a sub 500 team in March? I don't think so.
Now, do you agree or disagree with Popovich sitting the big three in Ginobili, Parker, and Duncan on a few of the road games so far?
In November? Absolutely. They don't even need. I think that the Spurs are so veteran they don't even need home court advantage.
Yeah, but see, to me, I think this is showing the glaring problem with the NBA. How the regular season does not matter.
No.
Because if you're sitting your star players 2 weeks into the season, you're really telling the fans the regular season does not matter worth anything. These guys got to be okay for the postseason, and then that's all that matters. It really, I think that's the biggest problem the NBA has.
Yeah, there's no arguing that. You know what I mean? Popovich has to rest these players because they're all older than dirt for most part. And when it comes, you look at how long the playoffs are. If you're throughout the courses of these players' careers, there was an I saw on SportsCenter, I think a couple weeks ago, that the amount of playoff games that Kobe Bryant has played is the equivalent of 2 extra seasons.
Yeah,
it's all it's wear and tear on your knees, on your feet, mostly on your legs as a basketball player. But Tim Duncan, that's wear and tear on your back when you play under the basket. It's not nothing. You make deep runs in the playoffs year after year. You age even more than what you should. So Popovich is looking at, do I wear these guys out by Christmas, or do we save a little in the tank for when it counts? And it's a no-brainer, really.
But don't you think this is what's alienating a lot of fans who are paying premium prices for these tickets, going to the game, and the players they're paying to see are not even in the arena?
Until there's an attendance problem in the NBA, then I'm going to say no. It sucks as a fan to go and not see. It's not fair to the fan buying a ticket to have the entire starting or 3/5 of the starting lineup not playing, especially players like Duncan, like Parker, like Ginobili, that have had storied careers, and you would pay money to go see play, especially because time is running out on their careers, and you want to be able to say that you saw them. It stinks as a fan, but as a coach, no one ever considers your season or the success of your season by how many fans you made happy. All it cares is bringing that trophy home at the end of the day. And like Duncan's 30? He's our age, isn't he? He's 37, 38?
Yeah, 37, 38.
Dude.
But, I think this is another sign of the times, because I remember I've seen one professional basketball game in my life. It was a preseason exhibition game between the Bulls and the Nets when Kenny Anderson. It was his rookie season. It took place in Syracuse. And I'll never forget it because Michael Jordan, he played the first quarter because he knew the fans wanted to see him. Him and Pippen and all the big, because this was during their championship runs. And he didn't dunk at all. And the fans were just mortified. He came out in that second quarter and made one of the most amazing moves I've ever seen, just dunk and get the fans crazy, and then he went out of the game. But you could tell, and I've always given him credit for this, you could tell that he was only playing in that game because he knew the fans came out to see him. And I think that's something that players back in the generation when we were growing up, they were, that's when the resurgence in the NBA was, because they knew that the fans were the most important part. Where I think that's where this modern NBA is missing out. They're not understanding that, you can rest your players so they're healthy, but if television ratings